He's also got the Needler in hand. He's flying into top control. The super combine comes out. It's still underappreciated, underutilized. That Needler kills so fast in this game.
That's exactly what my throat feels like, by the way. Someone's super combined by throat. God. Like the needle's going into it, you know what I mean? But it's fine.
Thank God I don't know what you mean. Happy to say that us North American fans have absolutely no idea what you're talking about with the Queen of the Jubilee weekend. But 3 kills to go here for the side of OpTic Gaming. APG's the last player alive, but he's put huge damage across the map. We'll have a chance to break it down in just a moment, but he knows exactly where the opponents are spawning. Going to grapple up, then grapple down with a perfect flank. Picks up 1, picks up 2, a double kill to bring them to 49. It's a very different game number 2 for APG. The Steaktacular comes in as well. They will end the game 50-27.
But the best form of defense sometimes is offense, and APG and the rest of OpTic are saying, why don't we just try and get a flag on the move here? We see an opportunity to get a cushion with 33 seconds left. Let's force Cloud9 to fight us here in the middle of the map rather than let them push into our own base.
And Cloud9 are fighting them, and Cloud9 not only are going to be able to get that return, but they might be able to counter cap once again. 20 seconds left on the clock. Really important moments here for Eco. Needs to not only stay alive, but has to get that flag moving. Stellar and Bound are going to be there. And that's going to be the flag now moving as Bound gets it up that main ramp.
Gets up main ramp, but can you get it across top middle? That's the question. Oh, a little bit of a fumble. It catches the doorway, but Eco's there to rescue it.
Eco needs to hit this slide. Everyone's trying to pick the flag up. Speak to each other, boys. Make sure that someone is taking the responsibility. Bound will spawn there. And in the last few seconds, as my throat almost completely gives up, Cloud9 will tie things up and send us to overtime.
Overshield's going to be popping, so I think both teams are going to be thinking about that one. But who's going to get there first? Stellar went for it, but did get taken out.
Formals picked up a double. Bound versus Lucid. Bound's going to survive for now. A couple of grenades coming in, and Bound will win with a nice little bank grenade. So maybe another opening here for Bound. Now, one thing I want to see him do is just get the flag moving immediately. One thing on Catalyst you can do if you pick up 1 kill is actually get this flag moving a little bit quicker than you realize. Sometimes you think, I'm going to wait for numbers, but usually there's one side of the map that's going to be a little bit more open than the other. If you can force it, maybe you can win a game. And Bound, who's been the new pickup, is trying to force it home. He's trying to hit the slide, but look at the kills coming in. Unfortunately for Bound, he's going to have to try and survive because OpTic will wipe Cloud9 on their way to that flag, and Lucid now counter-capping.
Bound was so close. There was a tiny little fumble there as well. I don't think it would have been the difference maker, but he was so close there. If he had been able to hold on to it, he might have just been able to get behind that pillar, but OpTic just about doing enough to put the pressure on. Otherwise, that could have been, Cloud9's victory.
Running this one in. There's a little bit of help here for Trippy as well. Lucid is going to be in position to stop the cross-map nades, and that is going to be... You would think, surely, the final flag going in here to end this game. Formal's going to be there, but no, Lucid gets taken down. Eco Penguin, what is going on right now? Somehow another last-second stop comes in here from Cloud9, and they keep this game alive.
What is happening right now? Eco and Cloud9 now have the chance to run a flag of their own, but OpTic are going to be sending themselves around the other side of the base. APG gets the opener. He manages to stop the flag temporarily, but that flag is in a dangerous position top middle. Eco has to win this fight, will win this fight. Overkill for Bound, and suddenly this surely should be the game.
Back flag spawn! Back flag spawn, but it doesn't matter because off the back of the overkill, Bound will get the job done, puts the objective home, and Cloud9 in overtime will win 3-2.
The constant energy that we saw from Cloud9 to consistently push in their base. Also, look at Bound's temporary attempt at a Cloud9 symbol, by the way, next to, isn't it? He's very much tried, hasn't he? I don't think that OpTic are going to be fancying their chances. They have to go now. They have to get the kills. They do pick up 1, but is it going to be enough?
Well, I think this ball's just going to be thrown out. That stick is massive. Stella with another just pivotal double kill at the right time in the game. It seems like when it's end game, when a play has to be made, there's no one better than Stella to make that play, as Penguin also picks off Trippy, desperately trying to force his way towards that oddball. The longer that he survives here, the quicker that help's going to come in. It's desperation time for OpTic, and it looks like Cloud9 are more than happy to take advantage of it.
Yeah, OpTic tossed the ball out, but I think the way Cloud9 are playing, they're just playing defense. They know they are so close to the victory.
Eco on the flank. That's going to be the last push. That's going to be the last second, and that is going to be the last game of the series. Cloud9 will knock OpTic down to that elimination bracket.
Maybe find a pick or two.
allow his team to get off to an early lead. That's just what they have in store. Two players are going to be pushing this ball carrier, and Yoki's going to get aggressive here. Finds himself the double. Too much teamwork from OpTic Gaming is going to find the first pick, and that first pick is such a crucial kill. When you have this full setup, but grenades across the map from the Guild Dud himself, especially in these positions. Straight sick. He's knocked to no shield. Can't quite finish it. And this could be an overextension from Formal. Exactly what G2 won. Unfortunately, they lose Ramy in the meantime.
Wow. How does Formal get away with this and the camo as well? And like you said, it looked like an overextension in the end. Somehow makes it work, of course, with a lot of support from the team as well.
Yeah, somehow, some way. These players on OpTic just staying alive, and when they stay alive, it gives opportunity for plays to be made. Like the ones we're watching, it's a double kill with this camo shot. The second Formal picked this camo up, you knew it was going to be able to make this just a 3-kill game.
Knew the pressure was coming. You could tell by the way. Oh my God.
That's a shotgun, by the way.
My heat wave does not hit like that. Does your heat wave hit like that?
No, sir. Relocates all the way to elbow, too, so should be able to catch somebody off guard, you would think. Oh my, APG, even when he sees him, it doesn't matter. The quick scope comes through. Because of it, now a 7-kill lead for G2, doing everything right on a very strong game type for OpTic Gaming. This would be a statement from G2 to get back into this series. It's a best of 5. You have every opportunity. Only down 4 kills, but as we continue to approach 50, every single one of these trades from G2 means it's one step closer to getting the victory, and Ramy able to get one before he goes down, so that was a great job by him as well.
Yeah, well, I don't know how they let Remy get that kill there. They actually did not push in together, letting Remy get that 47th kill. But now here we are, 47-45, home stretch, far from over. Trippy with overshield and sniper.
4 bullets to work with. You're only down 2. You do the math. This should have some left over to extend the lead if he can hit these shots. Unfortunately, he's going to push with this BR out. Switches weapons, hits the no-scope, and the melee. 2, make it 3 members go down. It's all of a sudden 48-48.
Oh my God, tie game 49-48. Now G2 only needing 1 kill. Lucid needs to be very careful. He'll no room for error. Checking the corner. Sniper's out.
Oh, no.
He hits the body. Repulsor's out. 49-48 still. OpTic Gaming here, down by 1. They might not know exactly how many shots, but like you said earlier, do the math. Lucid, game in his hands here. Overshield coming up now.
Yeah, here comes the battle for Overshield. They're going to have to go for it. And G2, I want them to bait this, because if they start to extend, you know Lucid's going to hit the shot with the way he's been aiming. Spot Sab, and wisely G2 not going for it yet, but honestly, somebody from OpTic is going to have to make a play here. Somebody's got to have to choose what to do. APG is going to be forced to back up. Trying to keep eyes on that overshield. It's just Lucid watching it. Maybe there's an opportunity here, but APG with some grenades. Lucid, Trippy find 2, and all of a sudden, OpTic Gaming out of nowhere win game 2, 50-49.
So here we are. Final moments here. We're taking a look from Lucid's POV. Oh my God, that's the POV that we didn't see. Hits the first one, which is absolutely huge. Then the double cuts push to clean it out. In the end, what will be recorded into the history books, of course, is an OpTic Gaming 3-0. I think we do have to mention, even though that was so dominant clutch, we do have to mention it's a great run from G2. It's the best run we've seen from G2, but I think their performance in the Olymp finals reminds us, right, that there's a different tier that's just passed when you get into the top 4.
As Meek Mills once said, there's levels to this. I can't reach my blue button.
There's levels to this.
All right, I touched something I shouldn't have touched. I really don't know how that works. The Go XLR is a headache for me, though. I know it has one button that I press, and outside of that, I got nothing.
But now, what an opportunity it could be, as you were saying, very similar to what we've seen in previous iterations of Halo, where these young rookies get a chance against some experienced veterans. They can learn alongside them. And I tell you what, Bound could be maybe just the perfect thing you need, but an overkill for Formal does shut down the early momentum that we've seen from Cloud9. Really taking charge of this game, and APG with a sniper rifle in his hands can really be a thorn in the side of Cloud9.
Thorn in the side, a shot to the side of Penguin, as he's able to finish that one off with the battle rifle, but Eco, he's jumped into B, and APG needs to figure out a way to take him down, but Formal takes him down, so APG, he'll help Formal out. This OpTic Gaming team has such a good understanding of how to rotate and how to play strongholds, especially on live fire, so perfectly. Cloud9 currently struggling with it, and APG puts the last bullet of that S7 to use. Still more work needed to be done by Cloud9, and Penguin drops down bottom middle. He's got to figure out a way to apply some pressure onto Formal here into B. They got to get this kill. They got to continue B, and unfortunately, he gets the reset, but no kill. So Formal able to hop right back into it. But Bound finds 2 on the APG and Formal. Can he stay alive? No. Lucid answers it back, and now it's all up to Stellar to try and keep this one in Cloud9's favor. Unfortunately, Stellar gets taken down, and now 5 points is all OpTic need.
Should be wrapped up finally for OpTic Gaming. There's the 250. There's the first map going in favor of the green wall.
Look at those kills, though. Cloud9 gets some kills right as rockets are about to come up. Unfortunately, nobody from Cloud9 really in a position to pick them up as they came off respawn. So now they're going to have to reslay in order to secure these. Trippy, he slides right past the rockets. Unfortunately, can't pick them up. And now Cloud9, they found 2. Make it a 3rd, and rockets are guaranteed to go into the C9 hands.
Trippy says it's a little bit slippy, and because of it, Eco's been able to get the rockets in his hands and finds a triple kill. Lucid is going to be the last remaining player, just desperately trying to stay alive, but Eco sniffs him out, 36-31. Just shows the confidence from Stellar and him also recognizing the important factors of this game, and that was the hill. It was getting the repulsor. It was getting control of down here. And I tell you what, there's the perfect, there's the double, and that's what you need to do when you have a weapon like that.
Most people would just leave Lucid alive in the back pipes, especially with the hill bottom middle, but Bound pushes him. He has a teammate pushing him from the other side. They want Lucid down, and that is an executed play of taking out Lucid, removing him from the map, putting him back on respawn. And look at this, already doing it once again. Bound finds another kill in the kill feed, his 30th of the game. They have a full setup here in Long Haul, and if they can hold this one, they can take the lead here in the grand finals. They get information that it's going to be a pipes push from OpTic Gaming. The respawners have come through. Multiple members are spotted. Top glass and Bound. He's under a lot of pressure. Wisely backs up. Can he stay alive? Lucid's there to take him down. APG finds 2. 3 dead for Cloud9.
Stellar manages to get 1, but now all 4 down for Cloud9, and it's OpTic's chance to set up here. How quick are Cloud9 off spawn, though, to try and get a little bit of a push on the go? They know a sword is going to be in the hands of OpTic, so you've got to be very careful with how you try and push this one, where you go, but it might have to be a blue and C stairs push at this rate.
They get the numbers advantage with the kill onto Formal. They've got to figure out a way to stay alive. He's no shield in the corner of the hill here. APG doing his best. He unfortunately can't get his shield back, and that's Trippy going down as well. Cloud9 have done it. They have broken the setup of OpTic Gaming, and I'm not sure OpTic Gaming are even going to have an opportunity to get here in time. It's going to be Lucid. He's coming in. Formal finds a kill with the shock rifle, but no one's there. Lucid backs up, and because of it, Cloud9 get the point. That's the 4th one of the game, and that's going to do it. Cloud9 will take game 3. And actually, nobody is traded out. You can't often say that. And because of it, APG is going to have a clear-cut opportunity to get this flag the distance. But unfortunately, he chooses to run it high. And because he runs it high and receives a little bit of damage, he's forced to drop it and run away. And now that's staggered the travel time of this flag. And unfortunately, that's given Bound the opportunity to find 2. And this flag could not be capped, which was looking like a guaranteed based off the time APG pulled.
But somehow APG survived for what seemed like forever, got some dynamos, managed to do some damage, big kill from Formal to get the touch, and Trippy's there to support, but from across the map again, Bound gets a double, gets the touch. It seems like a battle of wits at the moment, who can get in the better position for the angles, and if they can get a re, it could be the opener here for C9.
And that's just going to make it a 2-2 even trade, and Bound's going to leave that flag behind, and he's going to be aggressive. Stops Trippy from being able to activate that camo. It does get burned, but that's a big kill from Bound to make sure OpTic doesn't have a camo player in the pursuit of trying to get this return. And somehow Penguin has already come off spawn, found himself a double, and hopped on the return. So you know the position of that spawn was good, but the play he was able to make was even better. And now the reinforcements from Cloud9 try to get this return, but Formal finds a big kill onto Stellar.
This is C9 throwing everything at this flag to try and get the return, but it doesn't look like it's going to be successful. OpTic should be able to hold on, surely, but no, Penguin off the spawn gets a triple.
We just watched it get a double.
How on earth have they been able to do this?
I don't understand how Penguin's able to get to influence that return 3 different times. He had to have been spawning closet and getting there so quickly.
Just pulls a flag as well. Lucid now going to have to try and do something similar by pushing into the enemy base. If he doesn't get a kill, or if he goes down here, then this could be very much bad news for OpTic Gaming. He has to fight. He has to get this flag out.
Gotta get a touch
Oh no.
First focusing on the Eco, but Eco with some unbelievable shots to take down Lucid for the double to give his team a 2-0 lead. And now all of a sudden, take a look at the bottom middle of your screen. 3 minutes and 38 seconds is not a lot of time for OpTic Gaming to get 2 flag caps, and they're going to need that in order to push this one the distance into an opportunity to play for overtime here in game 4. And Bound continuing to body disrespect. You know he's feeling himself. Finds himself. Oh, I thought he was going to get that kill onto Lucid. Bound gets that kill onto Lucid, making it 31 of the game. It was 24 what I felt like a minute ago when when OpTic Gaming capped that first flag, and somehow, some way, Bound has been able to find 6 or 7 since then. 7 seconds, and Bound positioning himself to get information. Unfortunately, 3 dead for Cloud9. Can they get a touch on the flag? Can they get it?
No.
Stellar's going to deny any chance of that happening, and Cloud9 have done it. Season 2, the first Pro Series kicks off with Cloud9 having a sub. It's Bound, and they take the championship here today. They win our grand finals in dominant form, and it's off a dominant performance from the young superstar himself. That's the exact definition of Bound's gameplay and what I think he can bring to this Cloud9 roster. If you're going to talk about changing their style up a little bit, we talked about the same dynamic when Penguin joined this team in place of Shotzi's departure. How this Cloud9 team can continue to have success with a little bit of change in play style. Bound is going to bring you objective play that maybe Renegade did not do. And with that, 31 kills to pair with it. Give me that every day of the week and twice on ACS Pro Series Thursdays. Bound doing his job here as a Cloud9 substitution, and I loved what I saw here today. When you take a look at the other 3, and I'm talking Stellar, Eco, and Penguin, these guys got to be questioning, like, why? Like, why would Renegade want to leave us? Like, he does nothing but gas us up, calls us the iciest players in the game. We've had so much success as a team. We had to slip up at KC, no doubt, but there's a lot of probably anger, a lot of like, prove it. There's a chip on these guys' shoulder. I think they're going to be able to share the burden, and I expect this Cloud9 roster to respond with nothing but like aggressiveness and the want to prove Renegade wrong and the rest of the world wrong. That, hey, yeah, Renegade's a great player, no doubt, but this reminds me a lot of when Neighbor left straight ripping, and then they picked up someone like Snipedown. So Bound, he's in a very similar role as Snipedown was his rookie season, joining a team of pure veterans that were proven. And I'm not saying like Renegade and Neighbor are the same players, because they're far from it, but it's a big situation where straight ripping, they came into that rest of the season with something to prove. It was now we have to question their legitimacy as champions. And I think we're going to learn a lot about Cloud9 throughout the rest of this year. Wouldn't be shocked to see the best ever from those 3.